What's up, guys? Welcome to Infinite Lorecast, your gateway to anything anime, Marvel, DC, and every other nerdy topic you can think of. I'm Destro. You can find me at Destro Realm on YouTube and all other social media platforms. You guys want to go ahead and introduce yourselves?
Yeah, I go by iBrawley on Twitch, on YouTube as well. I do TCG, and we're here just talking about anime.
I'm Free Willy Main. What's happening?
What's up? I'm Trench. You can't find me anywhere but here because I'm off the grid on socials, man.
All right, then, boys. Let's just kind of get into what we're going to talk about. Really, this podcast is essentially just going to be for us to kind of go over some of the anime that we're watching, some of the shows we're watching, whether it be Marvel, DC, Invincible, The Boys, all that kind of stuff. Anything in that realm is going to be what we're going to cover. I think we'll ideally start out with anime just because that's kind of our forte. So with that being said, we're kind of going to go over some of the anime that's been coming out seasonal. So this season we have some coming out at Wistoria, Witch Hat Atelier, I think is how you pronounce it. And then there's a few others, and then maybe just go over some that ended or anything like that. And then we'll kind of delve into maybe like Marvel, DC, some other stuff like that. And there'll be other segments along the way as well. I say first, let's get into Wistoria. Sound fair?
I'm with it.
Okay.
Spoilers for Wistoria Wand and Sword Season 2.
As far as like an episodic breakdown, I probably won't do that, but I think I'll more so go for like just a general vibe of the whole thing. I mean, it starts off the bat like just nonstop action. That's what I loved about this season. Like last season, it was good, don't get me wrong, but it took a little bit for it to get into the action when they got into the dungeons and stuff, you know? But this season, it's like right out the gate. I mean, there's those bad guys show up and then they're attacking everybody. The whole village and just people are dying left and right. That's what I liked about it too. They weren't afraid to kill off people. And I think Will actually not passing was kind of cool at first because, you know, Ed just stays being a hater. And then what's the professor's name? The cool dude. I forget his name. Werkner. Yeah, Werkner is super cool because Werkner's cool because he's always had faith in Will, and you know, you always need that like one person that has the main character's back when everybody else is against him. You know, your typical shonen MC. I think his transformation threw me off a little. That kind of was a little odd. I don't know if the white hair kind of was the right move, but it looked cool. White hair always looks cool. So I don't know what you guys think, but yeah, I think him having that transformation and then going off and everybody being able to actually see how powerful he was, you know, even his friends that saw him in the dungeon were even more amazed. And then the people that didn't see him in action were just like, oh my goodness, this is insane. So it really paved the way to get him up into the, what is it called? Get him up to ascend that tower and be with the Magia Vonders or whatever it is. But I don't know. I think that's my take on it. I think so far this season's a solid like 8.5, 9 out of 10 so far. What do you guys think?
Yeah, man, I agree with a lot of what you said. The first season, I think they did a really good job, like building it up, going into like, you know, everybody's story, and Will getting that power of the sword honestly caught me off guard. I thought it was taking the route of like he was just gonna have to keep training and keep getting better. And then as soon as that happened, I was like, bro, that's when I texted y'all. I was like, bro, y'all gotta watch the new episode. I like it. I like the white hair, man. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
I don't dislike it. It just threw me off, you know? I was like, okay. The transformation in general, but the sword was cool. And that fight scene, whenever he pulled that when his sword broke, I was like, oh, dude. And then whenever, what's that girl, the Magia Vonder, the blue-haired one, his friend, when she dropped that ice sword down, I was like, oh, no. It's about to go off.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think about it, Free Willy?
I thought it was dope. I'm still a little confused on whether or not his transformation is like a type of magic, because they kind of go in and they talk about it a little bit. And so I'm not sure, because like when he gets the ice sword and him and the Magia Vonder, that's his friend, the chick, like it's like their powers combined, and then he's able to like almost cast magic after she kind of infused with him, sort of like uh, Vegeta and Goku, how when they mix, they gain each other's powers and whatnot. So I'm not sure if it's just like a boost, like if he just gets stronger because of that. Um, but it seemed almost like he was casting ice magic a little bit as well. And then
Yeah.
I know what's the short little blonde dude that is like 200 years old that is like
And
fulfilling the prophecy.
Finn.
Ben,
Yeah. He's
he
up
kind
to
of
no
talks about
good.
it a little bit because they're like it's the fifth element. Shout out
Yeah.
Bruce Willis. But it's
Corbin Dallas.
yeah, exactly. I was wondering if
what do
somebody catch
what do
that
y'all
reference.
think? What do y'all think is up with Rusty, his roommate?
I won't say anything. I know because I got curious. I Googled it one time. I won't say anything, but yeah,
This
him
dude.
dying was kind of like and then their relationship, I didn't know, like, to be honest, I didn't like it didn't seem like they were that close of friends because I knew they were roommates, but like I guess this season kind of expounded on how close they were. And then his death was that one I liked because they actually killed him. Unlike with Workner, they I was like, oh, that's cool. Workner's dying too. Not that I want these people to die, but if you're gonna death bait me, at least actually kill the character off. You know what I mean? But with
Well, have
Workner
you
coming
watched
back,
the new episode?
they came out today.
Not the one that came out today. It was last week's.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I did. Yeah.
Rossi's not dead. They he came back at the end of that episode and he's like
Oh, well, that
observing.
okay. You know what? Yeah, because that makes sense because you see him in this new episode, but I thought it was kind of just like from like a spiritual standpoint. Some anime do that.
It kind of
That
could
makes more sense.
it could be, but I thought
I
that
don't think so based off of what I know, but yeah, who know? I mean,
mhm.
who knows?
Yeah, and you,
I think
Yeah.
they're setting it up for many more seasons to come.
Oh, for
hopefully.
sure. Yeah, for
So
sure.
I'm really into it. I really like it.
What'd you
It's
guys think about that monster that they summoned, which was like supposed to be one of the like most powerful? It was like from what, Dungeon 50 or something like that. I was just like, God, they're throwing a monster this powerful right at them. What'd you guys think about
are you
that?
talking about when
The one that Will
how
killed when he did his
yeah, the ones
transformation.
that monster, didn't they like fuse all the ones that were already dead like into the bigger monster?
Well, not at first. At first he was summoned, but then
Yeah.
he absorbed like all the other monsters. But what was cool about that
Yeah.
monster is like I guess none of the magic could affect it. And I thought that was pretty
Yeah.
interesting. I was just like, well then how
Mhm.
are they supposed to, like, can the Magia Wanders kill it then? Does there like have to be a certain level
Well,
of
they were
magic to be able
saying
to
since it had
affect it?
the basically the magic negation sword that it was that
Mhm.
monster was a Magiavander killer.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That makes sense. And then the Magia Wander couldn't do anything because they just cast that spell for the barrier. That was a good way for
Yep.
them to be like, well, we don't want to end the episode too short. So, because they,
It
dude,
also
what do you guys? Who's your favorite Magia Wander? Hold on.
The Devender, that's the monster's name.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The Devender.
Okay, yeah. Well, who's your guys' favorite Magia Wander so far?
the lightning one for
yeah,
sure.
same, dude. Yeah, I love the lightning guy. The attitude,
Yeah.
dude. He gives me
I don't know his name.
Grimjow
Zio.
vibes, bro.
Oh yeah.
Zio, yeah.
Zio.
Yeah.
He gives me
Grimjow
Grimjow
vibes for
dude.
sure.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think
well,
it kind of plays into the sword and the wand though. How the Devender and then it has that anti magic sword and the Magiavander killer and Will being the sword, you know, he doesn't have magic. I think it's like some foreshadowing for some of the enemies to come. How you need both the sword and the wand to unite. Uh the upper world is kind of how they're talking about it.
yeah.
And so I think it's kind of foreshadowing a little bit of what's to come and kind of plays into the whole sword and wand thing.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm really curious to see more about this universe. It's actually pretty intriguing. And I'm actually starting to care about the characters more now too. And like, you guys didn't see this episode that came out today, I'm guessing.
I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, well, there's there's a really cool scene. I guess I won't spoil it. Then we can kind of go over it next week. I guess with that being said, we'll kind of call it quits on talking about this one. Then that way we can have iBroly giving us some takes on some.
Yeah.
You guys all watch the My Hero ending?
Yeah.
I did.
Cass,
I
did you watch?
didn't watch it yet, man.
Pause.
We're
Hold on,
prepared.
pause. Yeah.
It'll
Pause.
happen. I feel like
Okay, so
that's
you
gonna
haven't watched it
happen
yet? Well, then
live.
I don't want to. Should we? Are you gonna care if we go over it? Because it's really not like a crazy ending, but it kind of gives
I mean, I'm still gonna watch it regardless, so I'll let you
Okay.
guys talk about
because
it.
I was curious to see like what you guys thought on the stats for who the current heroes are and stuff.
Spoilers for My Hero Academia Season 8.
Okay, so right off the bat, Lemillion is the number one hero. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Because I was kind of just like, what?
I actually, honestly, I'm not completely mad at it. Obviously, us as the watcher, we want to see the viewer. I guess you would say, we all wanted Deku to be in that spot,
Yeah.
just because of how hard he worked towards the actual goal. But I feel like he achieved his goal.
Yeah.
With Shigaraki, but at the very
Same.
end of the day, Lemillion as well. He was one of those characters that you wanted to be, a top 2 role. And for him
Yeah.
to get that after losing his powers with Eri, it kind of comes full circle. I'm not completely mad at it, but yeah, that was what I thought about it.
Yeah.
So I mean, Lemillion is pretty OP. Like his power, permeability, like it's a pretty dope quirk, and I could see him being strong and definitely like top 3, just because I mean he was already badass. But if I'm being biased, I would have wanted to see Bakugo or Todoroki
Exactly.
as
Yeah.
number one.
Yeah.
That's and kind of how you asked about like the point system and how their influence comes into play with their ranking. I thought that was kind of whack. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, we're getting what do you call it?
Sound like To Be Hero
To
Popularity.
be
X.
Hero X. Yeah.
Yeah, like some to be
contest.
hero shit.
Uh,
So like at the end of the day, I'm like, who's the strongest hero? That's how I view. Like who
Is
should be number one? Like if you got
Bakugo.
somebody, yeah, exactly. Like
Bakugo,
if you
yeah.
got some crazy enemy popping up, like you're not gonna send the fan favorite in there. You're gonna send the one that gets the job done.
yeah. Yeah.
I think that's the biggest part of it. I'm sorry, were you gonna go, Richard?
No, yeah, I was just gonna say I agree with that. I think that Lemillion being number one kind of it just didn't resonate with me as well because I for one thought Bakugo, if Deku's not gonna have number one, obviously, which makes sense, he made it a point to be like, hey, I'm happy where I am now. I'm actually satisfied with my life. He's kind of moved on from All for One. And I think that, that shows great character development. So for him not being one, I get that. But to not have Bakugo as number one, who was, I mean, instrumental in the defeat of All for One. I mean, it's kind of, I don't know. I thought that was kind of whack. And whenever they showed that he was like number 4 on the charts when they first popped out, and then now he's like number 15 because his attitude and stuff. What I did love
Wow.
though is that Bakugo said that because Deku's like, hey, you have all these people coming to they want to come to your I guess your company, or they want to get sponsored by you or whatever, and he's like everyone that comes to get interviewed, they leave crying. And then it was a funny moment, but then Bakugo got real and he's like, well, if any one of them would have told me that they plan to surpass me one day, I would have took them on like that. And I thought that was
Such
cool.
a
I was
dope
like, yeah,
moment.
that was
Such
dope.
a
Yeah, I
dope
was
moment.
like that is some cool Bakugo character development. And I was like, that's dope. And of course, Todoroki is number 2. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense to me.
100%.
Now, should he be over Lemillion? 100%. But, I'll take it as number 2. That makes sense. And then, I don't know, I didn't look into it too much, but he was at Toya's shrine. So I guess Toya died.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You guys saw
ended up
that? Yeah.
passing.
Okay.
Yeah, he
Rest in peace,
he ended
Toya.
up passing away.
But yeah,
I think
sorry, go ahead.
no, you're good. Yeah, I think my last point on that was that I think the conclusion of how everything happened goes hand in hand with what the world is in My Hero, because the first thing they say is there's peace. So what we're used to is what the standard should be because of the fact that there's high enemy threats.
Yeah.
There's tons of things that need to get. So they have to like divide it differently. But now they have like a world of everyone that's not as strong, basically helping each other out. So I think that's the difference in that. But I do agree that it should have been, in terms of power scaling, I think if it would end up having to become that, it would though. It's just a world peace
Yeah.
thing, and they're like, okay, let's just do it, however, which it doesn't make sense, but
I
it kind
I
of
just
Yeah,
explains
no,
that
I
part.
agree.
I just gotta talk about this real quick, bro. The first scene in it, like
Oh,
with
bro,
Lemillion,
when he's in the tree,
dude.
Yeah.
bro, out of
Hey,
pocket,
I
out
was-
of pocket,
Yeah, for sure.
I
bro.
one of my first notes was, "Hey, somebody better harvest them peaches, dog." was like,
Harvest the peaches.
dude,
That was just
that
a
was
crazy, like,
odd
what
way
are
to
you
train
doing here?
kids. Weird way to train
Yeah,
kids. And then
exactly.
I was just like, dude, this is wild, but I thought it was funny.
It is a good laugh for sure.
So, what got you into anime, Trench? Like, how were you inspired to watch anime?
Man, probably. What do you think, boys? Like 7 or 8 years ago.
Something like that, yeah. No,
So
you know what?
maybe
Yeah.
10. Might even
Well,
be that long. But
yeah, because remember senior year, I tried to get you into One Punch Man season 1.
yeah.
Yeah,
But I started on Attack on Titan, and I was like, man, I'll give it a season. These guys are always talking about it. It's kind of weird, but
Best anime
and
ever.
I hunt, I fish. I'm a fireman. Like I'm the last person you'd expect.
good old boy.
And
Yeah, seems like a
just
badass
I gave it a
family.
season. I never turned back, man. I went from Attack on Titan to My Hero, and then just branched off into everything I could. Except I still got to get through the big three classics. So
Yeah, dude.
I'm glad it comes
DBZ,
from.
Naruto, and One Piece. I'm like
No. Big
I'm
three
like
is
200
Bleach.
eps into One Piece, 80 episodes into DBZ, and like 10 into Naruto.
You got to watch Bleach,
So-
dude. Bleach is like one of the best for sure. I love Bleach, but
But
glad
there's
he
only
brings
so
up-
much time in a
Naruto.
day, you know.
Yeah, I'm glad he brings up his point of view, though, his perspective on it, because I feel like that's a big conversation to be had. Is just the fact that people are like refusing to watch anime because it's a cartoon, quote unquote.
Oh,
But
yeah.
in reality, some of this stuff is a lot darker than modern day television. Like a lot of this
Yeah.
stuff has like, real theses and thought behind it, and it's not just cartoons. I get the animation is a big part of it, but it's storytelling,
Yeah.
it's peak fiction.
I think
So,
that stigma is starting to go away now that it's becoming more mainstream, to be honest.
yeah,
but
but there's
yeah.
whether
still
that's good
some
or bad,
people-
I mean,
yeah.
I'm always
think
down
that's the-
because the more people that watch it, the more money they're going to put into producing it, the more anime we're going to get, the more manga adaptations we're going to get, manhwa, etc. So
And like I showed my wife, I just showed my wife one episode, and it was the first episode of The Promised Neverland.
Oh,
I've never seen that one.
Oh, dude. Just that if you want to show somebody that like it's not all sunshines and rainbows like cartoon Nickelodeon stuff.
Yeah.
Like if you want to say like anime can be dark, The Promised Neverland episode 1. That's all they got to watch.
Well, dude, even Attack on Titan, the first episode, I mean,
Yeah, that
Gnarly.
too.
brutal.
yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
insane.
Yo, and do
Cool.
Witch Hat.
Yeah, let's do Witch Hat. You guys caught up on Witch Hat?
You got some good takes. So I'm on like episode 3 or 4. So I haven't
Yeah.
made it to any of the good stuff, but
I'm caught up.
I
and
want to
I
hear
still
your
have
guys'
good stuff.
I'm
your
not,
guys'
boys.
takes.
Catch up.
Let's see. I'm on. Yeah, about to start episode 4.
Okay.
Spoilers for Witch Hat Atlier.
Right now, it's one of those kind of like, is it Lord of Mysteries?
Yeah.
I've
Ooh.
seen that.
Lord of Mysteries was pretty good, though.
That I'm getting the same vibes from it to where the animation is sick. It's okay. It's good, but I fall asleep and I got to rewatch stuff
Yeah.
because it's not keeping me in there, you know?
Yeah.
So I've been trying to get through it, but it's like I put it on and I just,
Yeah.
but I'm sticking through it because I've seen like some clips and stuff, and I guess it gets pretty good.
Yeah, but
Uh,
those clips you see are like the highlights, pretty much.
To
Take it away.
quote the hilarious Ari Spears, that's garbage. Shit is absolute garbage.
Really?
Witch Hat has great animation. It's animation 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. But from a standpoint of the power system, how they go about it, the characters themselves, I just think it's super weak. I mean, there's one character that is interesting in my opinion, And that being what's his name, Richard?
Oh, the main wizard.
Yeah.
Man, what is his name?
Richard doesn't
I
know.
just had it too. I literally just had it. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
look it up.
He's got the white hair. Like he's got a super dope scene. Episode 5, not gonna lie, some of the best animation I've ever seen. But the way that they cast spells being they draw it, because the whole world is a magic system. And the like background is that, they took away people's memories.
Quiffrey.
Yeah, Quiffrey.
Yeah.
That dude, he's pretty interesting. But the background is that they, in human history, people used magic against each other and they fought and there was conflict and all of these things. And so a group of wizards got together and erased everybody's memories so that they wouldn't know how to cast magic anymore, except for a select few. Um, and the way that they cast magic in this show is they have to draw it, and the power of the spell is based on the precision and the size of the drawing. It kind of looks like a hieroglyphic.
Yeah.
Um, it's just a super weak, like it's original, I'll give them that, but it's super weak in the sense of like the way that they bring spells into battle. They have like these little booklets that they pre-draw spells, and to cast the spell, you have to connect like the outer circle of the spell, and um, it's just, in my opinion, out of all the magic systems, as original as it might be, it's just like a super
Weak as hell.
like weak way of casting magic. The magic itself is not super strong. They kind of go contradictory to themselves in episode 5 because they talk about the magic being based on the precision and the size of the spell that they draw.
Yeah.
And then Kefri or Quiffrey, whatever his name is, casts this OP spell that's like the size of his sleeve, and it turns out being one of the strongest spells. And I'm like, 2 episodes ago, you just said that a spell that size wouldn't be that strong, and then now you're contradicting it. It's just the fact that people are saying that this is anime of the year because of one episode. I'm just like, are y'all just uncultured swine? Like, as nice as a way if I can say it, like, what anime have you seen? Are you talking about like some freaking Days of Our Lives type shit? Like, if that's what you're comparing it to, it's weak, man. It's super weak.
That's fair. That's a fair take. I mean, in my opinion, I guess I wouldn't be as harsh. I do agree with a lot of your points. I think Quiffrey, coolest thing about the show. Let's be real. That's main character, don't even know her name really. Like I like the idea that she has to, prove herself to these other witches that are in training, or just that one, But
Yeah.
and that's like a part of every main shonen. They gotta prove themselves, and that's cool and stuff. Now, I think that you take Quiffrey away from this, I don't think I'm watching at all, and that's kind of the problem with it. Um, Animation spectacular, obviously. The music, the intro music's dope too. I really like the era that it's into, the vibe that it's giving. It's just it doesn't capture my attention enough, and that's my problem with it. I'm not invested in the characters unless it's Quiffrey, and even then, it's only like when Quiffrey is doing like spells or doing some kind of action, Um, Other than that, I can't really get into it. I'm kind of the same with Trent. Like I've contemplated putting it in English just to put the dub on so that I can like cook and watch it like just by hearing it, But I'm trying to get a fair chance because I will admit, from some of the stuff I've seen, like the masked men and stuff, that's intriguing. Some of the lore that we're not going to get into until maybe season 2, season 3. I think that's where things are gonna start picking up and things will get interesting. So we'll just have to see as we go along with it, how good it gets. But I agree. Everyone's saying that it's anime of the year. One, it's too early to tell. Let's be real. And two, I don't see it right now. Maybe we just don't see what they're seeing. But that's my take on it.
Yeah, the story definitely seems like it has a little bit of merit.
Yeah.
the story and the animation, definitely the two key points about it that are awesome.
And Quifrey.
Everything else, yeah. Everything else, hot garbage.
He's like a nerdy Gojo, like a nerdy sexy
Oh, bro,
Gojo.
don't
White-haired
disrespect
character?
JoJo like that.
Yeah, your typical
Yeah,
white-haired character who has to be gorgeous but he has
Aura.
little Harry Potter glasses. Yeah.
Bro, you're disrespecting the goat. You
No,
can't
no,
talk
I mean,
about-
I'm not. Yeah,
He
yeah.
doesn't.
But
He
anyways,
doesn't belong in the same sentence as Gojo.
no, I agree, but that's kind of what they're going for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, for sure.
Yeah. With
Coach is
that
my
being
goat.
with that being said, I think that's pretty much. I think that's pretty much it for Witch Hat. I really have nothing else to say on it. Do any of you guys have like any other shows or anything? Because Marvel, DC. I just finished the last episode of Daredevil Born Again. But if you guys haven't seen it, we don't have to go over it. And then The Boys or Invincible, if you guys want to cover that.
I love
The recent-
Invincible.
I didn't watch the last episode.
I'll
of
cover
Invincible.
Invincible and hot takes.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Great. All right.
Spoilers for The Boys Season 5.
What I've seen, I haven't watched the most recent episode, but I saw something with. I know that Homelander's whole thing with being God. It kind of like I didn't like that perspective of it, and it kind of just shows like how far he's willing to go to become the last person left.
Yeah.
The concept is kind of lazy to me in the comics, a lot different. Besides that, I like some of the takes that they're going with the characters. For instance, I forgot what his name was, but it was Jared Padalecki from Supernatural.
Oh yeah.
The boy Sam. Yeah,
Mm.
I liked his character.
He's a speedster.
It kind of changed things up a little bit because the story to me, it's kind of coming down the same path that it has its always done. It's the same thing it's always been. It's just Homelander versus the boys and perspective. I just wanted a little more in the comics. Homelander, Black Noir's actual character after Homelander kills him is actually a clone of Homelander.
Homelander, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that reveal
and
is sick. Yeah,
it's so crazy. But now we have a guy that's an actor on Broadway,
yeah.
going back and forth with the Deep, and he's pretending to be, Black Noir, but it's just a little sloppy to me.
And even the first Black Noir in the show wasn't a clone. The showrunner said beforehand, he's like, we're not going to do the same thing as the comics. And I get it. They want to, I guess differentiate the show from the comic. Everything's not going to be just like Marvel. They're not going to make it exactly like the comic books. They got to switch it up. But
I think if it ends how I think it's going to end, me personally, I'll like it. But if it goes down and it ends up, everyone separate ways.
I agree. I'll tell you this much. I think that Butcher and Homelander both have to die for me to be satisfied with this ending.
For me to be happy, I think it would be for Homelander to win.
You know what? That would be okay. But here's the thing:
that would be different because it's like Thanos. It's like Thanos winning.
Yeah, at the end of Infinity War.
I wanted Thanos to win. I mean,
okay. I'm guessing you guys haven't seen The Boys, but I want to say this right now. I think that Homelander is probably one of the best. Like Anthony Starr, who plays Homelander, this is like one of the best villains I've ever. Like, you know what I mean? We're not going to put him up there with like Jared Leto Joker, but he's one of the greatest on-screen villains that we've seen in a long time.
Jared Leto.
I'm sorry.
You mean
sorry.
Heath Ledger?
Heath Ledger's Joker.
I was about to say, bro, get this guy out the
Get
chat.
him out of here, guys.
Come on.
What the hell, Richard? Jared Leto.
All right,
he's
all
not-
right,
my
I mean, Heath
God.
Ledger's Joker. He's no Morbius, but he's all right now. No, I obviously meant Heath Ledger's Joker, R.I.P. But yeah, I wouldn't put him up there with like Heath Ledger's Joker. But as far as villains go, he's phenomenal, man. I mean, the amount of maniacal things he does, dude, is insane. It's like you can feel
Harry's pretty
the
twisted.
fear, dude. One of my favorite things is when like if I were to come up to Anthony Starr in person, I feel like I'd be like intimidated a little just because you see him on screen so much, just being menacing.
They
That's
said
the
there was
exact
an
definition of like aura, you know what I mean? And
Right.
I think just his performance is incredible. If he doesn't win any awards, it's going to be insane. It's like Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin, incredible villain, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So
No,
I
they
just
said
want
there
to
was-
put that out there.
My bad. They said there was a moment in shooting where some people in the audience that were extras had their phones out, and he like turned around and like in character he does a lot. What do you call it when you stay in character throughout the
Method
shooting
acting.
process. He's a method actor.
Yeah.
And he like yelled at all of them and they all got scared. So I definitely agree with you.
Yeah, that's
Stuff
pretty
like
cool. But
that.
yeah, I agree with you on those takes too. I think that I thought when he got the V1 finally, I was like, oh man, what are they gonna do to stop this guy? You know, now that the virus won't kill him. I was like, there's no point in killing everybody else too with the virus now. So I don't know. I'm curious to see what they do. We've got one episode left, so I guess we'll see on the 19th, I believe, is when it comes out. I guess we'll see then and just kind of go over it again then. And you guys should definitely watch The Boys. It's pretty dope. I enjoy it. But with that being said, if we don't have any other shows, we can move on to hot takes.
Hot takes.
Invincible. Ass, dude.
Dude, no. No. Have you
Why,
seen Invincible?
Let me hold on.
Broly?
Let me preface.
Yes, I've seen I've read the comics.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah.
Let's get cooking on Invincible.
My take is purely off of probably 8 episodes that I've seen. And in my opinion, if you're going to make a show and do all this work and, make the story, good and deep, and why are you going to be so lazy in animating it?
I can tell you
lazy.
why. It's because their budget, like I think it's like 1.2 million per episode they have for a budget, and the budget is spent
Voice
on
actors.
A-list actors, the voice actors, dude. Steven
Okay,
Yeun,
so
J.K. Simmons. I mean, dude, the list goes on. They've got incredible actors.
so
working on it.
why?
Because
Why would you do
they
that?
want to keep them in the show because that's the one thing. Obviously we like watching sub. Invincible, you watch dub and it's incredible in dub because they're using actual actors to voice these characters. Whereas like anime, they use voice actors that are used to voice acting. Not that they're bad necessarily, but anime just doesn't in my opinion, for me, it's just easier to watch it in Japanese because I can feel more emotion. There's more depth to it.
It translates differently.
Exactly.
Sure.
And so,
yeah.
But with Invincible, you don't have that
100%.
problem.
Yeah.
I think the voice acting in Invincible is incredible, man. The cast is incredible. So is it worth it? In a sense. Now, really, it's produced by Amazon. They have the money. I don't know why they can't put more money.
So
into it.
why are you gonna spend your money on all this A-list actors when it looks like you're taking a Post-it notebook and flipping it through, and that's the animation of the show? Like
No,
that's
yeah,
that's
I
where
mean,
they
it's
lose
pretty
me.
valid.
I
It's
get your
valid.
point. It's not
It's
like
like
you
the
can
end of
disagree
Blue Lock.
with it.
You can
It's
be
like the
so
end of
good
Blue
over
Lock.
here. Like
Yeah.
I don't think
Oh,
the
dude.
scale should be like this. Like A-list actors
See-
animation.
Yeah, no, well,
They
and
need
the
to even it
animation's for
out.
sure what's bottlenecking the show. Like if
Yeah.
that'll kind of get into my hot take, I guess if we're done with yours. My hot take
Yeah, go
is
ahead.
if Invincible's animation was like up there with like Jujutsu Kaisen's, or say it was like Mappa that did it, it would be probably better than most anime that are out there just because the storyline, in my opinion, is
Yeah,
so
I'm sure it would
freaking
be.
good, dude.
People already mistake it for anime. They're like, "Oh, I'm gonna watch that one anime, Invincible."
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know
like,
about
well-
you guys. Know about Kai Cenat?
Yeah.
He's like the number one. Like what do you call
Streamer.
him? He's a LARPer. He's he's a streamer, but he's
a
also a
LARPer, really?
LARPer.
Okay.
Yes, because he was calling certain characters, certain MCs. For instance, he called Luffy, and he couldn't. He just didn't know what he was actually talking about.
He's a poser.
Yeah, basically.
I wouldn't say all that. Here's the thing. No,
I just said LARPer.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a bigger. I realize what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is because he was like, I'm gonna watch that one anime, Invincible. You see what I mean? Most people mainstream are gonna be like, oh, that's.
Yeah.
So I get what you mean by that.
Well, there
what you
goes
said.
our Kai Cenat guest appearance. Thanks,
It's-
guys. No, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan, you're
Yeah,
all
that's-
posers.
Dude, just because they don't pronounce it the right
Logan
way, I mean, it's
Paul. Yeah. I
Yeah,
guess- yeah.
posers.
No.
let's just call out every
that-
big name.
Destra, that says everything you need to know. Hey,
I have friends that say Naruto. It's not that big of a deal. But Cass, what do you think
Your friends
about
are
my
wrong.
take? What do
dude,
you think
I'm
about my take?
Hold on, before Cass goes, I'm like 15 episodes into Naruto, and I say it right. So what does that say about that?
Thank you.
Yeah,
It means
I mean,
a little
I
bit of
get it.
effort goes a
I'm
long
not-
way.
I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying some people pronounce it differently. It doesn't mean they can't be fans.
I mean, my entire thing on that was him mistaking Invincible for anime.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's the biggest
Yeah.
thing.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you guys think
I
about my hot take? If Invincible had the animation that like Jujutsu Kaisen has, Demon Slayer has, it would be better than most anime out there just because the story is incredible.
I agree with you just because of the fact that it's also huge on its own without the other part of the world, Japan, Tokyo, and everyone watching it, and it's still doing numbers in its own category on Amazon Prime. You need a subscription just to watch it. Mind you, not everyone actually has a subscription, but that's another topic to go through entirely. But yeah, I think it would be a lot bigger if you had a dub or a sub version of it, for instance, for everyone in that part of the world, so, you know, just different parts of the world to watch. That would also help, and that's basically what you're saying. So yeah, I think it's just the animation holding it back. Really, the Impact frames they tried to add recently were not very good. They were pretty lazy.
Yeah, but I love that Thrag Impact frame, dude.
I liked it.
Dude,
it
that looked so menacing. I was like,
when you
wow, they spent money on this episode.
When you put it up to animes that, you know, are popping now,
dude, like look at One Piece's impact frames, dude. They
gotta adapt,
dude, that was so sick.
Brother.
That was so
And
sick.
I'll add this to my Invincible hot take is that I was trashing on Black Clover for the same exact reasons until Yami's first big fight, and then
there we go. Now you're getting into it.
Free Willy, and I was like, I'm in, man. I'm in. But
so you're in now because I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Didn't
But
message me,
bro.
Black Clover improves in animation.
Amazing.
Invincible does not.
Yeah, the animation just like it's like this the whole time, and then there's like a season finale. And it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Basically.
Black Clover goes like this, and then the next season's gonna be freaking. Oh, dude, the next season's gonna be incredible because they got a Studio Period that's doing it, and they've been doing 1,000 Year Blood War. Now, the only thing is 1,000 Year Blood War arc with Bleach, it was Studio Period Films, so it's their own separate category where they do like movie quality animation. But only Studio Period's doing Black Clover, but it's still going to look insane comparison to the rest of the series. But okay, do you guys have hot takes, either one of you? Broly or Free Willy?
I'll let Broly go first. Let me think, because I got a plethora.
I just think everyone should watch a certain amount of anime. Like, if you're gonna get into it and take it seriously, you should watch the Big Three for sure. The Big Three is never gonna be a new thing. It was just a thing because of the timeline and when it happened, and they saved anime in the Western Hemisphere. That's why the Big Three's the Big Three. Besides that, you should watch Naruto, Bleach. Get what I just said. Also watch Hajime no Ippo and Initial D for sure. Big impact of culture in the United States from anime. Besides that, no hot takes. Besides Naruto fans being One Piece fans that haven't seen One Piece, of course. That's just the only thing I have to say. Because I love Naruto. I have negatively about Naruto. It's one of my favorite anime for sure. I just think that every One Piece, the Naruto fans that hate on One Piece, they just haven't seen any One Piece yet. I think that's the only thing I mean by that.
Yeah.
That's a hot take.
No, that makes sense.
No, that's fair. I mean, I get it. Free Willy?
Out of the many, I would say I think Black Clover is easily the best new gen anime, and when it gets this new season with the new animation, I think it is heads and miles above Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, My Hero, Chainsaw Man. Like those, I love all of those. But Black Clover, where it goes with the manga, where they finish up, the story, the character development, the fight scenes, the pacing, everything about it. The only thing that held it back is that it started off slow. The animation was definitely garbage at the start of the show, but I watched the first episode when it dropped, the weekend it dropped in 2017.
Yeah.
I will die on that hill. I think it is hands down the best new gen anime. And I think Jujutsu Kaisen is the most overrated. For those who know, they know. I won't go into detail.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
You're gonna rip apart
because of Trench. But
get him, chat.
Gege Akatumi, you are terrible. I can't stand you. you created one of the best stories of all time, and then you absolutely ruined it and ran it into the ground.
You really should read the sequel though. Modulo is pretty cool. Now you
I'm sure it's
having,
good.
I'll preface this retort to what you said with your hot take by saying I haven't finished the manga Black Clover. I'm gonna wait for the anime because it's gonna look spectacular. But
Yeah.
I've also not read the ending of JJK. I know what happens, but you know, I think seeing everything changes it. To say that Black Clover is the best new gen anime is just, in my opinion, crazy. Well, like think, what about like Vinland Saga? I mean, I think Vinland Saga is better than Black Clover.
I wouldn't put it above Hunter x Hunter.
Oh no, but we're talking
Never.
new gen, new gen.
Yeah, I
So
would
like,
consider Hunter x Hunter new gen.
That's
Yeah,
another
no.
question I was gonna ask you guys because I kind of do in the timeline that it's in.
I would say
kinda-
new gen like within the
It's
last
like-
10 years.
Yeah, okay, I got you. Well, that was
Yeah.
16 years ago. I mean, it barely missed the mark.
Yeah, fair
Besides
enough.
that, I mean,
I think
it was
I
like-
think,
Well, Hunter x Hunter is my favorite anime of all
it was
time.
one of the first new gens. That's the thing.
yeah.
Is like it came
Well,
first. and then we
no,
got
because
everything
remember it
else.
had its original. It was like 1990
97
something,
edition.
yeah, and then
Yeah,
it got the
97
remake
edition.
in 2011, I believe.
You're right. I guess I didn't think about that.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, all things considered, it's a goat anime. I mean, Hunter x Hunter is instrumental. Like, if you want to watch any kind of anime that is
If I
going
can
to
get
be,
that tattoo
yeah,
on the
there you
screen.
go, there you
Yeah,
go.
dope. Really cool. Yeah.
But with that being said, I think that to say that it's better than Chainsaw Man is insane, bro. Because one, we've only gotten one season of Chainsaw Man, and then
We
the
got the
movie,
movie.
I loved it. Oh, have you
Movie's
seen the movie,
great.
dude? I
Yeah.
took these guys to watch it in theaters because I saw it. I saw it by
I was
myself.
there.
I saw it by myself, and
I was there. Yeah.
I took these guys to go watch it in theaters because I was like, dude, you have to watch it. In my opinion, this should have been my hot take. I think it was better than the Demon Slayer movie. I 100% think it was better.
I think the moment
'Cause-
where everything climaxes and he's with her in the pool scene and then
Dude, the
he
music,
falls in
bro. Oh my
love,
god,
and
the
it's
music
not
and
it's the actual soundtrack
Yeah.
and the story it's telling. Yeah, it's beautiful. And Demon
100%.
Slayer, you know what you're getting with Demon Slayer.
What do you guys
can
think?
kind of compare that moment to Tanjiro's moment. I
Yeah.
think that's
And that's the thing is Demon Slayer had its moments. I was there for the the background stories are great, but then it's like fight background story, continue the fight back, and I was like, okay, but like let's do like a long sequence fight and then background story, long sequence fight, quit breaking it up. I think that was the problem. But yeah, to get back to my original point, I think I do think that there's better anime than Black Clover. I'd love Black Clover, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's the best new gen for sure. I still think there's like 2 or 3 I'd put in front of it.
Like I said on Black Clover, it's I'm basically just scratching the surface, and it's already like I was pretty harsh on it. I mean, you guys know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
You're
until
starting
that
to get
first
to the hype moments.
that first Yami
Mhm.
fight scene, and I'm like, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
And which I will say, after that, it went like in between fights, super lazy animation, but the fights, good animation.
Yeah.
So, at least they do that. I'll say that.
That's a lot.
Also,
big thing
I'm
that
coming
they
from the
do.
perspective of seeing the total work. Like I said, I finished the manga.
Right.
Yeah.
Finished read Jujutsu Kaisen's manga in its entirety. Read Demon Slayer's manga in its entirety.
I'm
Um,
honestly not going to disagree with him because that isn't done from top to finish. And honestly, we got comparisons to Vinland Saga. We got comparisons to just a bunch of Jujutsu Kaisen. The very end, they rush the ending. This is what's going to happen. They know what's. Let's just conclude it and wrap it up with a bow that's kind of tiny. I kind of agree with that. And the fact that everything happened kind of comparable to Naruto Shippuden, where Naruto said he's going to set out to do this and he does it. And it reaches it's just a good storyline.
You always
really
want to see them
hard.
achieve their goal. Yeah.
It's really hard
Yeah.
to finish a story in a good way. That's like one of the biggest things that anime struggled with.
Yeah.
For instance,
100%.
Death
That's what I'm
Note,
so
I
worried
mean,
about One Piece. One Piece has to stick the landing. And
That's the
I
thing
Oda's
about-
a genius, and I know it will.
in Oda, we trust.
And
That's
Oda we
the
trust.
biggest thing. I think one of his he has a website where he talks with the fans. Of course, you know this, Richard. I'm not sure if you guys are. Yeah, but he had mentioned somebody asked him a question pertaining to the ending, and he said that he had the ending of One Piece before he had the rest of the story, That's why it's been so hard to tie it all together. He read it to an editor, and it took him all day and night. He read it to a kid that had cancer. He put it at the bottom of the ocean in a little bottle.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I
Crazy
think the
marketing,
ending is the
crazy marketing.
last thing we should
Oh,
be
yeah.
worried about. I think the
Someone's gonna
worth
find
it.
that motherfucker, and
he said
they're gonna
it's not
release
going to
that.
be
Somebody's
something
gonna
silly
die trying
like
to find it.
friendship or yeah. If somebody
Or
finds
that.
it, yeah. If somebody finds it, I'll burn. Like if I were to find it,
Dude,
I'd burn it.
we were just talking. Was that me and you that were talking about that? Would you spoil it to everyone, or would you just burn it? And would you even look at it?
I would look at it. Just me as a yeah.
I
I'm
don't
the
know. Part
spoiler
of me
guy.
doesn't want
I
to.
would
Part of
read
me's
it,
like,
yeah.
I kind of want to wait. You know,
I couldn't do it.
I would read
I would
it.
burn it.
I'd burn it.
I would read
yeah.
it, and then I would probably burn it right after, and I
Fair
wouldn't
enough.
tell anybody.
One small note, because you brought up Vinland Saga. I read all of Vinland Saga, and it is, from a story aspect, the best story like outside of Naruto, One Piece.
Yeah.
I would say out of any manga or anime that I've ever watched or read completely, Vinland
feel-
Saga has the best story.
def-
It lacks in other parts that I love, but its story is 10 out of 10.
All right. Next segment, hidden gems. So basically anything you've seen recently, or maybe none of us have seen that you want to bring to light, or someone put you on something.
I got one.
Go ahead.
It's kind of in that same category of Invincible. Like, is it anime? Is it not? Because it's English. It's just like a dark animated thing.
Is it on Amazon Prime?
It's on Netflix.
Devil May Cry.
Castlevania?
No, The
Castlevania?
Witcher, Nightmare of the Wolf.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
You
yeah.
guys seen that?
No, I haven't even seen the
I've
Witcher
seen
it. Okay.
series, the live action.
Oh,
But
man.
I've heard the animated
good.
one's good.
You played the game?
Is it still good with them not having gavel?
No,
Oh,
but
okay, yeah. But
the animated the animated movie, like I said, The Witcher, Nightmare of the Wolf. It's about Geralt is the main guy in The Witcher.
Yeah.
It's about his mentor, like the guy that taught him everything.
Mm.
And it's
that's always cool.
I think it's phenomenal. Has good animation. It's really dark, just like everything in the Witcher universe. Anybody looking for just like a dark animated movie, I'd try The Witcher, Nightmare of the Wolf.
Great recommendation.
You got anything, Broly?
Besides, I really thought. I mean, when I watched the last hidden gem I can think about was Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to consider that a
Yeah.
hidden gem because I
When-
love it so much.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It is.
It's good.
Like, it was at the time. I had just watched it, and it was just so everything. It made me. It was like ending. It was so good, and that's like a big thing with me watching a certain show when the ending is that good. The story is so derivative and driving point, and then you get there, and then it just pops off, and it's amazing, and you're actually happy with the conclusion, but you wish it was different. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's wrapped up and it's
There's-
beautiful.
There's no better way they could have ended it, in my opinion. I
Yeah,
think it
it was-
ended the perfect way.
Yeah.
And I don't
Every
think we need
single
anything else.
anime ever.
Yeah. I agree. It's great. It's hard for me to think of any other ones that are one season that can top that. But I will say this: they are making, from what I hear, a season 2, but it's going to be on another. They're going to involve other characters, obviously, but it's still going to be set in that city. I will say that my favorite thing about Edge Runners, and I know it's been like big on Instagram reels and stuff, is the song. Oh my gosh! If you weren't
Oh.
crying during that, dude.
I really want to stay at your house.
Yes, I
Dude,
really
it
wanna
was
stay at your house.
in
So
I think
run away.
it was either 2023 or 2024. It was my number one song on my Spotify Wrapped list. That's
Dude,
how
you
much
must
I
have
listened
been
to it.
Crying that
I
you
was
must have
all
been
in.
depressed all year.
I was all in, man.
Wait,
All
I do
in.
have a hidden gem. It's called Viral Hit. It's on Crunchyroll. It's a little short, one season off. I think it has 2 seasons, but really it's 1 season. And it's just about this kid learning how to fight, recording videos. It's literally like nothing you would ever think is in an anime. It is
Okay.
though. It's okay. It's good. It's called Viral Hit. It's a hidden gem for sure.
Check that one
Yeah.
out. Free Willy.
It's kind of older, and I showed you, Rich, but Dororo. I feel like it doesn't get a whole lot of love, but as far as single season anime goes, it's got 24 episodes.
Oh yeah.
Super dark anime. But like the concept, the story, it's not a perfect 24 episodes, but I would say 18 to 19 out of the 24 are just great episodes. It doesn't rely on um, any one thing too much. It's just kind of a complete one season anime, in my opinion. I think it's great, and I think everybody should watch it.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm still like halfway through it. Yeah, I do recommend it. It is pretty good. I guess so. My hidden gem is actually not an anime. Recently, and obviously this podcast is more than just anime. It's Marvel, DC, anything comics, Invincible, The Boys, all that stuff. I put this show off for the longest time, even though I love the movie that's associated with this show. It's DC, so I know Cass, you're not a big fan of DC, but I'm a Batman guy. I love Batman. I mean, Batman's one of the greatest comic book characters ever. So the Batman, Matt Reeves, the Batman. No, Matt Reeves, the Batman. Great movie. I loved it. I thought it was incredible. Probably the
Beautiful universe.
Probably the second best Batman outside of The Dark Knight.
Whoa.
I think The Dark Knight was better. But I think the Batman Part 1 is number 2. But I don't know if you guys have watched The Penguin. Dude, The Penguin is probably one of the best shows I've seen in a long time. Colin Farrell is unrecognizable. And yeah, it takes place in the same universe. If you guys don't even like DC or don't like Batman or anything, still just watch The Penguin, because on its own, it stands alone as like one of the best like gangster short series, like limited series.
Vibes.
Yeah,
Soprano
dude. It's
vibes.
it's incredible.
Colin Farrell's one of my favorite actors.
Dude, you cannot even recognize him, bro. It's all the makeup and the effects. It's incredible. Dude, like, he better win some more awards, because, dude, it was fantastic. I know that, like, there was so much hype around this when it came out, and I was just like, whatever, I'll check it. I just recently watched it, and it's so good. So I'd recommend The Penguin 100%. It's got one of the best plot twists. And then you don't even know it's in the Batman universe. There's like 2 parts in the show, like, they gave me just absolute chills, because I love the Batman. So, but yeah, I'd watch The Penguin. It's one of the best shows I've seen in a long time. So that's my hidden gem.
I like that one, Richard. I watched that when it came out.
It was incredible,
so
dude.
much.
It was incredible.
It's amazing. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, agree. 10 out of 10. It's like one of the only shows I've seen that's like
10 and a half.
Genuinely.
Out of 10.
Well, I showed my girl, because she will not watch any kind of anime or any comic books or nothing like that. I showed her the show without telling her what it's about, and we watched it, and I was like, what'd you think? She's like, yeah. And then the ending gave it away, and I was like, oh shoot, what'd you think? And she's like, yeah, it was like a 10 out of 10. She's like, I don't like that stuff, and I was like, solid. So that's just an outside perspective. But yeah, with that being said, that's my hidden gem. So I guess we can move on to the next topic, which is news. You guys have any upcoming news about anything?
800 million? Is it 800 million? What's the number?
For what?
You know what I'm talking about? One Piece? Is it 80 million?
Oh, in sales?
Yeah, comics.
I don't know. I'd have to Google it, to be honest.
They surpassed the most selling comic of all time.
Which makes sense.
Just cut this, because I don't know the number.
No, I mean, it doesn't matter. We don't need the exact number. Yeah. The fact is One Piece is winning, baby.
It's 8 something, and they just surpassed Superman, which was the highest grossing comic of all time.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool, because it's a manga, and there's no other manga in the category.
I'd love to get into the Absolute universe with you guys sometime. You guys got to check that out. I don't know if you guys like them, but dude.
I'm reading it. So.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Absolute Batman and Absolute Superman too. My God, dude. I love it. But yeah.
Joker.
So I guess that's, yeah, dude. Joker's insane. But
crazy.
Yeah, dude. It's insane. It's crazy. But all right, go ahead, Free Willy. You have any news?
Return of the Mount Hua sect. New season just started dropping some manhwa. For those who don't read manhwa, I recommend it. It's like a comic book style and anime kind of mixed. Very easy to read, very digestible. But Return of the Mount Hua sect started back up about 3 weeks ago, dropping weekly releases. Absolute peak manhwa story, the artwork, everything about it's awesome.
Yeah.
What is that? What is it called?
Return of the Mount Hua sect. HUA. SECT.
I'll definitely check it out. I read Solo Leveling. I really like the style of storytelling it had with the
Yeah,
comic style that you referenced. Yeah, it's pretty good.
yeah.
Do you guys want
French.
to do
Guys,
a
Trench.
I don't have any news.
Okay, well then, with that being said, I don't really have any news. I should have some news next week, and then I'll get back to you guys on that next week. For now, let's get into the verses. Okay, so we're taking Thrag from the Invincible universe against Naruto, but end of
Whoa.
Boruto. Not end of, but current. I guess not current.
Baryon
Yeah,
mode
Baryon mode
Naruto.
Naruto. So Baryon mode Naruto versus
Universal.
Thrag. However, we got to take into account all the feats and all of the hack abilities and stuff like that. It's so hard to quantify some of their power because the power scaling in Invincible is so problematic. I mean, it's just inconsistent. So that was difficult, but yeah. What do you guys think?
Or my thing with Thrag is like he can travel at light speed like when he's traveling, but like in their fights, like they're not fighting at light speed. And
But they probably, but I would say that about Naruto too, because you can't have people fight at light speed because then you wouldn't be able to see it. They wouldn't be able to animate it. So they got to make it look presentable so that you can see it. So like they'll be like they're fighting at light speed, you know what I mean? But they're
and
not
here's my counter
realistically.
argument.
Okay.
Because Naruto in Baryon mode actually does. And the point that they made is that Ishiki, when he summons the those like poles or whatever, like they're popping out of nowhere at light speed, like from nothing to something. And
Yeah.
Naruto in Baryon mode is dodging them.
Yeah.
I
And
would
so
say. Oh my bad. Go ahead. My bad.
well, it's just like when he's dodging those, like he's dodging something that's not there and is there quite literally at light speed. Like, and to be able to sense those, to be able to dodge those, like he is hand to hand combat fighting at a light speed level.
Yeah.
And then you get into the hacks where it's like he's got life steal with Baryon mode, all of different jutsus. It's just,
Yeah, and
I
but
mean,
here's
Naruto
my
wins.
counter argument. It's going to come down to a battle of attrition for sure because Thrag is also light speed. I think Thrag would be able to keep up with them for sure. I think power wise, I think Thrag takes it power wise, like just physical raw power. I think Thrag takes it, and also Thrag took a planet blowing up to the face right next to him, and he didn't even seem phased, and then proceeded to take out freaking Omni Man and almost take out Invincible. So I think Thrag has some crazy feats. Now, Baryon mode's hacks might be what wins this fight with the life stealing. However, I'd argue that if the fight goes on long enough, Naruto only has Baryon mode for how long? What, like a couple of minutes, right? And then it's
Yeah, he's
He only
depleted.
needs it for a couple of
He's
minutes.
burning a
But
life
but
source. So
are you
yeah.
sure he only needs it for a couple of minutes? Because
Yeah,
if he's
I don't-
equivalent
you're
in
also
speed to
talking-
Thrag and equivalent in power as Thrag, if the fight's like a dead match, I mean, can they keep dead tying for plus 5 minutes, or is Naruto going to run out of Baryon mode and be done for after that happens?
Well, Thrag was choked to death by Invincible. And Invincible isn't even the strongest
no.
Viltrumite.
Like Conquest.
Very
I mean,
yeah, Conquest,
yeah,
not bad. Yeah. But I just think Viltrum
I'm
Thrag's not
so
even like
lonely.
okay, so with how he kills Thrag, Invincible, he's
French.
not even the strongest. He technically becomes the strongest, but I just think of it as like, you know, Naruto Baryon mode is scaled differently.
Peace out. There's my
Peace out.
outro.
Yeah.
Free Willy's clearly going for Naruto, and I'm clearly
Yeah.
pulling for Thrag here.
Well, Thrag's survivability, you know, it's a lot of it's physical and whatnot. But if you look at an earlier version of Naruto, before he gets Sage mode, before he gets Kurama mode, his Rasen Shuriken in and of itself destroys the cells inside of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
body.
I saw that. It
And
hits you on an atomic level.
yeah,
Yeah.
and so you know, they've never shown or specifically said what a Rasen Shuriken mode or a Rasen Shuriken would do when powered up by Baryon mode. But if
Yeah,
I'd
you know,
imagine it'd be
using
way
logic, I
stronger.
can only
yeah.
assume
Yeah.
that a Barry in mode 1 Rasen Shuriken is gonna take Thrag out.
But
Um,
is he going to hit Thrag? You know what I mean?
yeah, well, and that's where we go to the speed thing. And you know, if Naruto in Baryon mode is able to fight at light speed, which he did because of Ishiki's spontaneous pulls, like he uses like the pain, like whatever those things are called.
The
Um,
connection rods.
The rods.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Yeah, but during their fight, that's literally how Ishiki's fighting him. Is he's using those rods and they're popping up speed of light, and Naruto's dodging them, avoiding them, and so like speed wise, I think he could hit him
yeah.
pretty easily because
I-
Naruto's also a genius when it comes to fighting.
I agree, but so is Thrag, and Thrag has lived much longer than Naruto, and also, I mean, he's been fighting since he was a young child. I mean, he was bred to be like the best. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So, and I will admit, Naruto was, I mean, a genius, gifted child, and he ended up, having all these gifts, and he's incredibly powerful. He's like a prodigy, but I still think
Also,
Thrag.
Multi Shadow Clone Jutsu,
Yeah,
another hack.
sure.
Like call it what it is, like it's a hack, but
No, I
Thrag's
mean,
never
hacks count.
seen. Yeah, Thrag's never seen that, and so one Multi Shadow Clone Jutsu, like now Thrag's fighting 1,000 Naruto, has
But
no
they're
idea which one is
also
the real one.
a lot weaker
Each
than
one is
the main Naruto,
Yeah,
and they
but what
die
I'm saying is
easier.
exactly, but Thrag's never seen anything like that, and so you got 1,000 Naruto. I think Thrag's chances, like, because he's never been. It's not been revealed that he has any super sense ability as far as like being able
Thrag
to
hasn't, but
read.
Thrag hasn't, but Thrag's taken out what is Duplicate's brother, the Multimark or
Yeah,
he
whatever
took
his
him
name
out
is, yeah.
easily. And he might not be as fast as
Weak.
Naruto is, but he's seen
very
that, and then
weak, though.
Thrag took out.
Comparing those two is like comparing a rock to
That
water.
guy's like a starter
sure,
superhero.
But I'm
That
saying
is not
it's
a fair comparison
it's not
at
something
all.
that's never been done in that universe, is what I'm saying. No,
Yeah.
Thrag hasn't seen it, but I don't think it would be. I still just find it so hard to believe, because I mean, dude, Thrag taking a planet to the face and then flying all the way across all the way across the galaxy in a week. I mean, that's beyond light speed. I think it was like Omni-Man was like 300 million times the speed of light. So imagine Thrag, you know what I mean? So it just all comes down to, you can't really use certain feats because it's kind of, I don't know. It kind of just doesn't make sense when they're fighting. So if it came down to Naruto versus Thrag and it was just pure strength, pure speed, and
See, but
hacks
now
and
you're
feats and
adding
abilities.
caveats to the argument.
I'm not adding
the
a caveat.
argument, though.
I'm not adding a caveat. I'm saying if it comes down to pure speed, pure strength, hacks, feats, all that said, I still think Thrag takes it, because I think it comes down to, like I said, a battle of attrition. And I think that Thrag lasts long enough for Naruto's Baryon mode to run out, and then I think he just decapitates Naruto. I think Naruto without Baryon mode gets destroyed easily.
I think
Thrag.
Naruto wins off the fact that the universe is a lot stronger. We're fighting Otsutsuki aliens, so it's the comparison to Viltrumites could be, and he destroys Ishiki with this Baryon mode. It's a life force.
Yeah.
And I think it's also fair to say you can't use, because that was a one-time transformation. So it's like a little hard to make that, and Thrag is always Thrag.
Yeah.
But I think it's just I would go with Naruto in that instance just because of that.
Well, here's my
Scaling is
thing.
a lot
Here's my
different.
thing. Can
It's
Naruto
like
blow up a planet? You know what I mean?
yes.
He
In
can?
that instance,
So he's
he
planet
could.
mode.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was
So then
planetary. Yeah,
He
in
can
that
have
moment,
attacks that are worthy of a feat. So he could
and
blow up a planet, but Thrag took a planet blowing up to the face. So even if Naruto's punch could like blow up a planet, or say one of his moves could blow up a planet, is that even really going to affect Thrag? Besides the Rasen Shuriken, which would affect him at an atomic level, that would probably work. But that's if he could hit him, because we don't know who's faster.
I just
Also,
think
it's jutsu in general attacks the chakra points. Like
Chakra.
if Naruto's a good enough fighter now, he probably knows where all the chakra points are in a similar
Yeah, but
way to.
Thrag doesn't have chakra points.
exactly.
He still has
Thrag
pressure
doesn't have
points.
chakra.
The point that is
Do
to be
Viltrumites have
made
pressure points?
about every
I would assume so.
universe that is opposite.
I mean, we don't know
cannot have
how
these
we don't know their
hypotheticals
anatomy that well. I guess.
because their power systems or scaling is
Yeah.
off.
But that's
It's
what
just
makes it so
hypotheticals are
fun.
so hard. It's like
Okay,
Jordan,
so
Braun.
scratch chakra points or pressure points. He still has cells. He's still made up of
Yeah,
cells.
and I grant you that one. Yeah,
I'm taking 1,000 Rasen shurikens. I think one's gonna hit and destroy Thrag's cells
maybe,
immediately.
maybe not.
Okay. Okay.
You know
I
what I
think
mean?
I have one.
Okay.
It depends on the speed, dude.
Okay.
I mean, here's the thing.
Okay.
Here's the thing. It just depends on how fast Thrag is. Thrag's really fast. Is Naruto faster? That's what it
Is
comes
he
down
fast
to.
enough to run away and then come
That's
back
all
and fight when Naruto's not in Baryon
that's all he'd
mode?
have to do. That's all he'd have to do. And yes, he is fast enough to run away. He would fly away and Thrag and
Yeah, he
Naruto wouldn't
is.
be able to catch him because one, Naruto can't fly, and two, Naruto can't fucking breathe in space. So boom.
So now we're calling Thrag a pussy because he's ducking the smoke.
I wouldn't say that, but no, I'm just saying that like Thrag could also just grab Naruto and take him to the sun, and Naruto would probably die. I don't know if Naruto could withstand the sun's heat. I don't know because chakra does a lot.
That's not true. You can't just assume that Thrag's going to be fast. Naruto literally fights at the speed of light. We've talked about this. Like it's proven.
Yeah,
Like
but
it's
so
in the
does
source
Thrag.
material. He like fights at the speed of light.
So does Thrag, though. That's my point. Yeah, so it's like hard to compare the two. Then
Thrag hasn't fought at the speed of light. Thrag travels.
he travels at the speed of light. If you can travel at the speed of light, that means you can move at the speed of light. If you can move at the speed of light, that means you can fight at the speed of light.
In what scenario has it ever happened in Invincible where one of those characters have traveled from nothing to something during a fight?
So you're talking about instantaneous, right? There's a difference between Naruto traveling to another part of the world.
Fights instantaneously.
There's a difference between Naruto traveling to another part of the world instantaneously and Thrag flying halfway across the galaxy in a week. Because Naruto might take longer to get there. It wouldn't be as instantaneous because it's speed based. So even if he's going light speed, it would still take him weeks to get to another planet, just like it took Thrag because it's light speed. So on Earth, light speed is instantaneous, but that doesn't mean that
But
he's
Naruto
be
is
faster
spamming instantaneous close quarter combat.
Okay, and
is
so
what I'm
could
saying.
Thrag. Thrag would do the same thing. He could spam instantaneous combat too. If instantaneous means the speed of light, then yes, Thrag is moving that fast as well. You get my point? So it would look as if Thrag is also teleporting as well. I mean, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, except for the fact that Thrag being within half a foot of Naruto, he's constantly dying, let alone everything else.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it. Naruto would take it if that's the case. Here's my take on it. It's hard to give a victor. I think that if Thrag can win this, beat him out in this battle of attrition, then Thrag takes it. Obviously. But if Naruto is able to use his hacks to defeat Thrag in that short amount of time by keeping up with him and just staying near him, because I don't think that he could. I don't think there's any attacks that Naruto could do that could kill Thrag besides Rasen Shuriken, which is a great point because it cuts you at the atomic level. But I think any other attack isn't going to do anything to Thrag, but if he can use that, then he takes Thrag out. If he uses his hacks where he drains the life, he takes Thrag out. I think any other scenario, Thrag wins.
Yeah, but our argument was Naruto with all of these.
Yeah, I know, but it's you'd have to see the fight, I guess. But yeah, okay, so then I'll just say this. Well, I already said it. Yeah, I mean, if it just depends. I'd say it's like 70% of the time Thrag wins, 30% Naruto. Or you know what? No, I'll go 40-60, but I'll say Naruto. No. I'll go 40-60, but I'll say Naruto wins 60% of the time and Thrag wins 40% of the time. That's how I'll go. Just because that hacked feat is OP. I'll just, I'll say this. I'll give it to you guys, and we'll just say that. Yeah, I'd say Naruto will win. Then I'll give it to you guys. We'll settle it that way. So I still think there's an argument to be made, but it's all good.
We can have a loser on the pod.
It's all good.
Right.
Yeah. That's fine.
I can admit when I'm wrong. Just not on this one.
Nah, you're good. You're good. But with that being said, this has been the Infinite Lorecast pod, and we appreciate you guys for watching. Check us out. Subscribe to our YouTube at Infinite Lorecast. I've been Destro. That's Ibroly, Free Willy, and Trench, who checked out early. check us out on the pod, and we also have social media. Follow us on there as well at Infinite Lorecast, and we'll see you guys next one.
Peace out.
Peace.